Hey, I'm Bill Marion in Virginia on the Blue Ridge Parkway, and this is A Nose for Life. So if you've watched any of our videos at all, you know that we love the mountains and we love the Blue Ridge Parkway. So here we are again, but this time we're in uncharted territory. I mean, we are on the Blue Ridge Parkway in Virginia, and we've never been to this part of the Blue Ridge. It's pretty amazing. I mean, you have the overlooks and you have facilities. I mean, it's just absolutely beautiful. It is cold today though, like bone-chilling, dangerous cold. The roads are fine. As if you've watched my other videos about the Blue Ridge Parkway, and of course I'll link in the description, you know that the Blue Ridge Parkway is one of those places where it's just an American road. I mean, they have picnic tables and you name it. Of course, today it's too cold to be outside to picnic. We had our picnic right here in the truck. And Carol and I aren't used to is seeing houses like right next to the parkway. There are farms and houses all through the parkway here in Virginia. Beautiful farms, big sprawling old-fashioned farms with big barns, and we're not used to seeing that on the parkway. The elevation here is lower, of course, than it is in North Carolina. The mountaintops aren't quite as high. I mean, obviously, the biggest mountain on the East Coast is Mount Mitchell, and it's in North Carolina. So, of course, the mountains here aren't quite as high, but the overlooks are absolutely fantastic. And the trees here, we keep talking about the trees. We want to come back and do this again in the summertime. We're beginning to think that Virginia may be a summertime drive, whereas in North Carolina, any time of year is fine with me, especially, honestly, the winter, because it's just absolutely gorgeous on the Blue Ridge Parkway in the winter down in North Carolina. But up here in Virginia, we think it might be a better summer drive, and so we're excited about a future trip on the Virginia side of the Blue Ridge Parkway in the summer. Just like back in North Carolina on the Blue Ridge Parkway, you have these big open fields by these amazing overlooks. But here in Virginia, there's a lot more of them, a lot more space, which means that there's a lot more wildlife. There's a lot more deer and other animals in the woods. So we've already seen, and it's a cold day. I mean, I can't tell, I think it's like 26 degrees, but we've already seen, I don't know how many deer, probably several birds. So much width about the mountain. There's just so much to eat up here, so many places to run. Around. This would be a great place to take a summer drive in a convertible, I'm telling you. But the views, despite the cold, are still magnificent. The road conditions are amazing, despite the fact that it snowed last night, but the roads have been cleared up and it looks great. We entered the parkway here in Virginia in Floyd, and so everything there in Floyd is set up for the Blue Ridge Parkway and for tourists and vacationers coming up here to the parkway to enjoy the view. So I would encourage you to check out Floyd if you get a chance. Great little town. And so far, we haven't been above 3,000 feet. Actually, we haven't been to 3,000 feet. About 2,800 feet is as high of elevation as we've been so far here on the Blue Ridge in Virginia. And it's not really doing justice because we're only getting a small piece of it. We entered the parkway at Floyd in Virginia, and we're getting off the parkway in Roanoke. So, you know, we're not getting the best sample possible that we could get of the Blue Ridge Parkway here in Virginia. I would love it if we could have traveled more. A lot of it was shut down because of weather. At least the interactive map says that it was shut down. If you look at your screen now, you'll notice that there's a map that you can access online that gives you real time of when the Blue Ridge Parkway is open or when sections of it is open, sections are closed. The only problem with that we found is that it's not entirely accurate. Sometimes it's closed when the map says that it's open, sometimes it's open when the map says it's closed, and so sometimes it pays just to check it out and see. Again, the roads have been very clear, and it's a beautiful day, but it's just cold. So Carol and I just aren't used to this many farms and all this farmland on the Blue Ridge Parkway. I mean, we're kind of blown away because everywhere you look, there's a farm. And as you're driving through, as you're driving on the Blue Ridge Parkway, you expect the overlooks and the amazing roads and all this great stuff, but you know, you don't expect to see all these amazing farms. And when I say amazing farms, it looks like something out west. Now, I don't know if this road closure here is due to the weather or due to construction. I noticed that on the website, the Blue Ridge Parkway website, there's a lot of places that are blocked off because of road construction, because they do a lot of their maintenance and whatnot during the wintertime when the road's less traveled. I don't know what we're gonna do. I think we're gonna head down 221 and take it across another mountain. It's a public road, and maybe try to catch up with the Blue Ridge down the road or up the road a little bit. I am so grateful that you're enjoying this video about the Blue Ridge Parkway, but here in just a few days, I'm gonna release a video about Washington, D.C. You wanna make sure that you're subscribed to the channel and that you requested notifications, because look, we're at the nation's capital and we're having a great time. Be sure to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. So after the road closure, we back to Interstate 81 and we headed north and went past Roanoke, Virginia, beautiful, beautiful city, and kept going on 81 north, and we ended up at Buena Vista, where there's access to the Blue Ridge Parkway again. So we're heading up this awesome mountain, and there's just beautiful scenery all around us. And this looks more like what we're used to back in North Carolina, only that the mountains here, they look different. And unless you love mountains, you probably don't even get that when I say, oh, the mountains look different. Mountains aren't all equal, you know, they're not all the same. And these are very unique. Their shapes are beautiful, very interesting. We're crossing under a bridge here, which is obviously the Parkway. And if you look at the architecture, this is so Blue Ridge Parkway. All 400 plus miles of it, that's it. That bridge right there, you know you're on the Parkway when you see that type of architecture. I absolutely love the Blue Ridge Parkway. I'm telling you, I love it. Of course, the wind is unbelievable up here on the Blue Ridge Parkway in Virginia, and I can't explain it other than to say it looks so much different. I mean, you got these great views, these beautiful mountains, but it does look so much different than the southern portion of the Blue Ridge Parkway. There are different trees, and there's I can't even explain it. The forest floor even looks different. I know a lot of people are probably watching this saying, Bill, you're crazy. Hey, if you're on the Blue Ridge Parkway in Virginia a lot, feel free to add some comments here and let me know exactly what I'm looking at. But I'm gonna tell you, it's just absolutely beautiful. Everything up here is gorgeous. You notice the sign here says Shenandoah National Park is about 45 miles that way. And of course, we're not going there today. We're just gonna drive the parkway for a little ways, but it is absolutely beautiful. The gate's open, the roads are clear, despite the fact that it is very windy and very, very cold up here. This is definitely more of what I was expecting on the Blue Ridge Parkway here in Virginia. Not that everything we haven't seen hasn't been beautiful, it has, but these beautiful mountains and just all their different shapes and sizes. I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous. We're just surrounded by mountains up here. So in the distance behind me on this overlook, you've got all these different mountain ranges, and they're all shaped differently. They all have different types of contours and different types of ridges. It's pretty cool. And again, this is very different than what you'll see down in North Carolina when it comes to the Blue Ridge Parkway. It's very unique. So Virginia, I love the Blue Ridge Parkway in Virginia. It's pretty awesome. Look at those mountains back there. They're just beautiful. Probably looking at me going, Bill, you're crazy. Those mountains just look like regular old mountains. I guess you'd have to be here. I know that cameras never do anything justice, especially this cold. Like, I wish I could let you know how cold it is right now. It's freezing up here. Not mention how cold it is and windy. We're at Fort Mountain View here on the Blue Ridge Parkway. Fort Mountain View is the highest elevation we've been yet, and it's actually warmed up a little bit here. It's kind of crazy. It's a little warmer than it was earlier when we were doing some video work on another ridge line. What I like about being up here is that you're surrounded by mountains, and the mountains that you're surrounded by are actually, they're higher than the mountains that you're driving on. It's pretty cool. You know, when you're seeing these kind of amazing views, you're wanting to share everything, and it's like you don't want to turn the camera off, because around every single corner on the Blue Ridge Parkway, you're going to get this kind of amazing view. It's just absolutely beautiful. And I mean, from one part of the Blue Ridge here in Virginia to the next, everything changes. The scenery changes, everything. I can't wait to come back here in the summertime. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. So the Blue Ridge Parkway in Virginia doesn't disappoint. It is every bit as amazing as every other part of the Blue Ridge Parkway. I love everything about the road and, of course, the amazing views and how unique it is from one state to the next, from one region in that state to the next. It's absolutely amazing. Hey, by the way, if you're a subscriber to A Nose for Life, I just want to say thank you so much for watching, and I really appreciate it when you like and share our videos. If you're new to A Nose for Life, welcome, and I hope you'll consider subscribing to our channel and watching some of our other videos as well. I tell Carolyn all the time that I get a Blue Ridge Parkway buzz. I absolutely love it up here. It's like the greatest stretch of highway on the planet, in my opinion. I just absolutely love it. And now Virginia, you know, it just adds to it. It's just an amazing state, and this is an amazing stretch of road. The only issue that we've had, of course, is the weather. You can't combat the weather. It's just been that cold, and of course these mountaintops are always windy. rocky point here just off the Blue Ridge Parkway, about 100 yards off the road. And this place is absolutely beautiful. I had to walk down a nice trail to get to this rocky point right here. It's not too dangerous at all, but I'm gonna tell you something, it's absolutely beautiful. Now it's freezing, I'm not gonna lie about that. It's absolutely cold, and of course the wind is blowing extremely hard, but I want to tell you something, the view is worth it. I don't know how much of this you can actually see, and of course cameras never do it justice, but this place is just beautiful. I want to thank you so much for watching this video. We've had a great time making this video. I'm Bill Marion, and this is A Nose for Life. Hey, if you have time, check out some of these other videos.